Yeah, well, this news broke late this afternoon. Quite shocking, to say the least. And the victim, also a police officer.
A Washington State police officer is suspended after posting a controversial video to TikTok.
If us officers stay behind you long enough, we can find a reason to pull you over. So you might as well get the out of the way.
In a world where officers uphold the law, some women in blue might take it to the edge. From lawsuits to firings, these cases are a real eye-opener. Watch these stories where female cops face legal trouble and lose their badges. Were there any false accusations? Well, you'll only find out if you watch the video. On the fateful day of April 11, 2023, a troubling incident unfolded. 3 women identified as Brianna Cabano, Colleen Compton, and Dana Sears reportedly went to a residence with ill intentions. What makes this story even more alarming is that both Cabano and Sears are officers with the Detroit Police Department.
We did learn that the victim in the case is another police officer, all from the Detroit area, Detroit police officers. And as a result, the interesting part about it is this is law enforcement officials.
They are accused of forcibly entering a home, and once inside, their actions took a shocking turn. They not only breached the residence, but also wreaked havoc by destroying the victim's home and brazenly stealing his property. The victim, notably, is also a member of the Detroit Police Department. Once inside, they destroyed his home and stole the victim's property, said the news the next day. Brianna Cabano and Colleen Compton, both 29 at the time, are facing charges for breaking into a home, which is a 15-year felony. They are also charged with conspiring to commit second-degree home invasion, damaging property worth $1,000 to $20,000, which is a 5-year felony, and stealing from a building, which is a 4-year felony. Meanwhile, Dana Sears, who was 21 at the time, is accused of second-degree home invasion, damaging property, stealing from a building, and being an accessory after the fact to a felony, which carries a 5-year sentence. Sears waived her right to a preliminary examination and continued to have an arraignment on August 8th in Macomb County Circuit Court in Mount Clemens, in front of Judge Richard Coretti. The court accepted the messages between both officers as evidence, showing that they were conspiring and even boasting about their actions. All of the defendants are currently free on a $5,000 personal bond. After their arrest, Cabano and Sears were initially suspended with pay. In May, Detroit Police Chief James White asked the Detroit Board of Police Commissioners to suspend them without pay, but the board has yet to make a decision on this matter.
Right now, Detroit Police Chief James White not commenting on the case. Obviously, it is an ongoing legal matter, but we do know that both police officers have been suspended with pay. But Chief White says he is recommending that they be suspended without pay to the Board of Commissioners.
Meanwhile, according to the latest news, the unidentified male officer is still pursuing a lawsuit against them related to the case. What motivated these women to target the officer's home? Was there any prior connection or history between them that led to this incident? Well, feel free to subscribe and follow us for the latest updates and intriguing stories. Police falsifying reports often disrupt the lives of ordinary people. Yet, justice isn't always served. In this next story, we delve into the world of a female cop entangled in such a web. Keep watching to discover her fate. In a recent case, 26-year-old Alexa Palobicki found herself under arrest.
New details just in about a Sacramento police officer arrested, accused of filing a false report.
And on administrative leave following a month-long investigation. The saga began when her fellow officers raised concerns about alleged misconduct back in July 2020. The Sacramento Police Department swiftly responded by initiating a comprehensive audit of all arrests and related supplemental reports submitted by Palobicki, who had served on the force for 3 years. The audit involved interviewing numerous department personnel and scrutinizing footage from various cameras, including body cams, in-car cameras, and surveillance cameras. Search warrants were even issued to access Palobicki's cell phones and social media accounts. The core issue revolved around an incident dated July 11, 2020, when Palobicki and her partner encountered a 27-year-old black man parked across 2 spaces near Discovery Park. Allegedly, Palobicki falsely reported that she had witnessed the driver making an improper turn without signaling and suspected him of driving under the influence, ultimately leading to the man's arrest. The body cam footage from that day showed Palobicki asking her fellow officer to lie about what happened. However, the case against the motorist was later dismissed by the district attorney's office due to a lack of evidence. shedding light on Palubicki's alleged false reports. Alexa Palubicki now faces 2 felony charges for falsifying probable cause during a vehicle stop on July 11, 2020.
Alexa Palubicki, she's 26 years old. She's facing 2 felony counts for filing a false police report.
The severity of these charges renders her ineligible for bail as she navigates the legal consequences of her actions. Sacramento County District Attorney Anne Marie Schubert issued the following statement regarding Palubicki's arrest. The falsification of a police report by an officer is a grave offense against justice. The Sacramento District Attorney's Office, upon receiving information about Palubicki's misconduct, initiated an internal audit to identify cases in which she was involved.
There are additional officers that are involved in some form or fashion in the administrative review. There are additional officers on administrative leave, but nobody else has been charged with a crime.
In instances where her participation was vital for prosecution, the cases have been dismissed. For those where her involvement wasn't pivotal, the defense has been duly informed. Furthermore, a review of previous cases resulting in convictions is underway to ascertain the suitable course of action. The pursuit of justice and fairness remains paramount, and the District Attorney's Office is dedicated to upholding these principles in the criminal justice system. The exact number of cases involving Palubicki that have been dismissed remains unclear. Her initial administrative leave was prompted by the allegations, and while some cases were deemed questionable, no charges were filed during the investigation. Initially facing a potential 3 years and 8 months in prison, accompanied by a $10,000 fine, Palubicki later accepted a judge-negotiated plea deal. As part of the plea agreement, Alexa Palubicki entered a no-contest plea to felony charges of filing a false police report. This deal, often considered an affront to justice, significantly reduced her sentence from a possible 4 years in prison to probation. Moving on. Remember this video you saw at the beginning? Who is this lady cop? Is she speaking her mind or just playing it up for social media? Meet Brianna Strauss, a uniformed officer from the Washington Federal Way Police Department, who found herself at the center of a social media controversy when a video she posted went viral. In this video, Officer Strauss made some highly contentious remarks that ignited a heated debate across various online platforms. "If we're driving on the freeway with our police cars, get the F out of the way. Get the F out of the way," she says in the video.
If we're driving on the freeway in our police car, get the out of the way. Get the out of the way.
In her TikTok video, Officer Strauss asserted that not only should drivers give way to police cars on the freeway, but also suggested that merging in front of a police vehicle was ill-advised. She claimed that staying in a cop's way could lead to a traffic stop for the driver.
If us officers stay behind you long enough, we can find a reason to pull you over.
Strauss emphasized the advantage police officers have regarding speed limits, stating that she could drive at 90 miles per hour, which regular drivers cannot do.
I can go 90 miles an hour. You can't. You can't do that. So get out of the way. If us officers stay behind you long enough, we can find a reason to pull you over. So you might as well get the out of the way.
The video quickly garnered widespread attention but was later deleted by Strauss. However, the online community had already shared it on platforms like Reddit, where the post attracted considerable attention. Many users called for more than just a brief suspension without pay as a consequence for her actions. The Federal Way Police Department launched an investigation into the matter, which concluded on July 7th. They found that Officer Strauss had violated the department's personal and social media protocols. Despite having a clean disciplinary record before this incident, Strauss was suspended without pay for her actions. This case exemplifies the impact of social media and the responsibilities that come with being a law enforcement officer in the age of the internet. It serves as a reminder that statements made online can carry significant consequences, even for those in uniform. Strauss, who became a part of the department in August 2021, had her actions scrutinized, and her career briefly interrupted by the viral video that brought her under intense public scrutiny. Do you think these actions are enough to prevent such incidents in the future? Many more intriguing stories are on the horizon. If you're eager to delve into more tales of police misconduct and injustice, be sure to follow our channel for the latest updates.